everyone, welcome back, and let me tell you a story. This week's soap is a little bit of a disaster. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I'm not going to call it disaster soap just for funsies. I had a little bit of a sneezing fit in the middle of the soap making session, and in the midst of said sneezing fit, I accidentally bumped my mold with my arm. You know what happens when you bump a mold filled with fluid soap batter? It goes everywhere. Like, that's the nice way to say it. It goes everywhere. As a result, I said pretty much all of the words, and so I've edited that part out because nobody needs to hear me saying the words. And I said a lot of them because, well, I was making a mess. So, in an effort to spare you that, we have done some heavy editing on this week's video, and you'll just have to use your imagination so that you can figure out what's being said. I'm sure you got a good guess. So let's watch and see if you can spot the moment where all things go awry. I've got my melted oils and my lye water solution ready to go and be combined. Today's soap is champagne inspired. So it's going to be pink champagne, so not just any. What I'm doing is I'm taking a blend of Brambleberry's champagne fragrance oil and their pink grapefruit fragrance oil, which you can tell I've had forever because it's their old label. And we'll be combining those into our lovely soap that we're going to make today. So I'll go ahead and get things started by combining the lye water and the oils. Sorry about that. My camera decided it's more fun when you can't see what's going on. So the fragrance has been added to both. I have colored this to a nice light pink with raspberry red mica from Nurture Soap. As always, all the links will be below. So it's a nice light pink. I added a smidge of titanium dioxide. And then this is white, just regular titanium dioxide. There's both in both. Whatever that means. I don't even know. And I just noticed that I'm still wearing my coat because I'm a dork and I forgot to take it off, and it's a little bit too late now, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna pour the pink in to the bottom, and I'm going to pour all of it in. All of it. And we'll scrape out the container, because when I said I want all of it in, I meant all of it. And this smells so good. The neat thing about Brambleberry's champagne fragrance is that it actually smells like carbonation. I don't know how else to describe it other than it smells like carbonation, like ginger ale almost. So it makes it lovely for this application. Now I'm going to take our white and I'm going to be very careful and flood it over the top. You see it's going in some. I don't care. Normally I would care. If I was doing something that needed a real separation of layers, I would care. This one I don't. These are still a pretty thin trace. Anything citrusy like the grapefruit is going to thin out trace a little bit. And that's okay. I didn't blend them like super hard. But, so, just letting it fall on top might be better. The name of this soap is now Disaster. Champagne Disaster. Okay, no, reality, I sneezed. Y'all, I sneezed. And I somehow managed to hit the thing. And soap batter, because it's still thin, went every frackin' where. So, I've made the biggest mess I think I have ever made soap making. And all I can do is laugh because it's sort of hilarious. So, my original idea was to do a hanger swirl, and I'm still going to do it because I think it'll be hilarious to see what it looks like. But, don't sneeze while you're making soap. And for clarification, I did not sneeze on the on the soap. I did manage to turn my head away, but come on, people. So we're going to do a little hanger swirl, just normal, as you do. You can see it's sort of trying to make its way off into the sunset over here. God bless us all. I'm going to clean up my mess, and then in a couple days we will cut this and laugh, because that's all we can do at this point. See you then. Alright, I have sufficiently recovered from the disastrous making of our pink champagne soap, and now I'm ready to cut this bad boy. I guess technically maybe it should be girl because it's pink. Not that I'm a particularly fan of pink, but whatever. We'll play into the stereotypes for a moment. Anyway, let's cut it and see what it looks like on the inside. And mostly pink with just a few little wisps. Considering the craziness that was happening while doing it, I'll take it. I actually really kind of like this very subtle, and as I put a big hole in it with my thumb, apparently this one's not mine. Let me put that one off to the other side so that I know. Fingernails. Fingernails are a problem. But actually, yeah, I really am liking this kind of very subtle. Like this one has a little bit more. It's almost kind of like a strawberries and cream looking kind of thing, but pink champagne also works nicely. There we go. And there we go. So, for all that craziness, it didn't turn out too shabby. See you next time. Bye.